Hi. It's been a while.
It's been a minute, but we're here and we're back. Welcome to episode 3 of We Go Off.
Oh my gosh.
It has been a minute, it feels like.
I know, I haven't seen you in like 2.5 weeks. I feel like that's entirely too long.
It really is for us. We normally see each other at least like once or twice a week, so that is very foreign. But I just was on vacation. I went to Florida, had a lot of fun, but I had an unwelcome passenger that came with me because I got COVID.
Woo!
Yeah. Woo!
Well, I mean, that's impressive though, because like I've gotten it like 2.5 times.
Yeah, so you've gotten it 2.5. This is my first time, and to give you some, perspective, it's July of 2022, so I haven't, gotten COVID the whole 2.5 years, so I think that's a pretty good streak to have.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I did read an article that there's like very few people out there that have not had COVID yet, and if you haven't gotten COVID yet at this point in time, what they call like a COVID super avoider.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, you're a super avoider, and I was almost there. But
gosh.
I went to Disney World and Universal, so I see a lot of people. So I'm pretty sure it's where I got it.
It's basically a COVID cesspool.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I was bound to get it. I honestly, me and my husband joked, but we were like, before we left, we said we're gonna get COVID, and sure enough, we got COVID. So
Man, manifest something else, girl. Like,
I know,
ask
I'm
for $1 million. Like,
what do you mean? I manifest sickness. Give me this COVID. I'm ready.
You're down with the sickness, okay?
That's right.
But yeah, it's good to be back and be in front of a mic again.
I mean, I will say, so I had a whole bunch of time in Florida, but I know you did a lot of fun things in New Mexico while I was gone. Didn't you go to a club recently?
Gosh,
Huh?
Yeah. The whole 9 yards. It was great. Great time. You run into people that you've seen, people that are friends, ex-friends, lovers, enemies.
We going deep. Okay. Well, how was your time at the club? I personally enjoy the club. What about you?
I really love it. I mean, here in New Mexico, there's not a lot of queer scene, but I will say that like there is a noted club in one of the big cities here, and going there, it's like I said, living here, it's like being in the biggest small town that you'll ever be in.
Right.
So like you go there and you see everyone and your goddamn mother.
Yes.
Sometimes literally.
I mean, you're not wrong. So, granted, Ethan is the first one who's introduced me to club scene. Well, I guess I can't give you full credit.
You can't
I
give me full
apologize.
credit,
He's
no.
one of the
partial credit.
few people when I first started going to the club. He went with me one time. I went with another friend I had another time. So, but I guess you both definitely gave me kind of a love for, I don't know, the club vibe. It's totally fun, and you're right, it's more of like a queer club, and the people there are really nice. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I haven't been to many, I guess you can call them straight clubs. I don't know. But the only one I went to was in Colorado, and I felt really off at that club.
Yeah.
It was definitely a weird vibe. I felt like a lot of people weren't really there to dance, per se. They were there to just drink and socialize. Versus the club here in New Mexico, that one, you actually go to dance, and that's what I love. I want to go dance when I'm at the club.
No, literally. And I mean, sometimes with this club, I feel like we will dance the night away, but like if you're trying to talk to someone, girl, go somewhere else. Literally anywhere.
You can't hear anyone. I swear the other day we went and I met this guy and I forgot his name because I didn't hear it.
So she made up a name, yeah.
Right. We'll call him Joey for now.
Joey, yeah, exactly. No, but like, so this club, it has 3 tiers. If you're gonna be there, like literally you can't even be like, you want to go to the 2nd floor? You have to signal with your hands. You're pointing up or down, because that's the only way.
Yeah, you have hand
happen.
signals. You have the flashlight across the room, like come here,
Yeah.
Morse code.
Exactly.
Oh, that's
I'm like,
hilarious.
I hear Dua Lipa somewhere.
Yeah.
I must go.
Honestly, it's not uncommon to lose your partner when you're at the club or the people you're with, because that's happened to me multiple times, as it's happened to you. I lose you almost once every time we go together because he's such a social butterfly.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, you know, it's crazy, like, because I remember the first time I went to this club, I was technically underage.
Rebel.
Yeah, I was a rebel. But I had some friends that had snuck me into this, and I remember just like, it must have been like, I think it was a Kid Cudi song, but it was like the Project X version. So like, it's that Pursuit of Happiness song.
Oh, I think I've heard that one.
Yeah, it's like, it's intense though. And I remember it was like right as it was dropping, and we get to the rooftop of this club, and like literally like it was just like one of those like movie scenes. Like you get up onto the rooftop, and it like it's just wubbing, is going wub wub, you know, it's just making all those noises. It was just great vibes. Like, and I remember I was like, this is my new home. Like,
oh, I love that. Well, so I don't know about you, but whenever I do something super exciting like that, I always feel like the first time there's something happening, or music or something that just kind of enhances the experience.
Totally.
So I definitely think you had a case of that. I mean, that's how it was when I first went to the club. It was very much an enhanced experience, and I just felt so loved, honestly. Yeah. And I think that's something that I will say, the LGBTQI.
Ooh, right? I think you got it.
Did I get it right? Oh,
yes.
I'm trying. I'm getting better every day. Plus, I'm so sorry. Plus. Anyway, I'm getting better every day, and I just want you all to know it's good to be educated about it, honestly. It's okay to not know everything. I will say Ethan has been such a huge proponent of teaching me about this culture and this lifestyle, because I came from a very religious background where people don't talk about it, honestly. It's kind of like a hush-hush topic. It's very shunned, so we don't really talk about it. So this is something for me was very new, but like I said earlier, it's something that I love, and anytime I go to that club, I feel so loved by the people around me, and I feel safer. I will say I feel safer. Granted, it's not 100% everything's good ever. I mean, there's always a risk no matter where you're at, but I feel like it's much more accepting.
No, and I agree with that. Like, you know, I feel like, especially for me, and I feel like for a lot of gay people, especially gay men in particular, a lot of us, we have our girlfriends who are like our family, our best friends, our everything.
That's sweet.
And, you know, I think we really do protect and try to like really like, I mean, you guys are like our family, so it's like I will fight any bitch that comes near.
I've seen it. I've seen it. Don't worry, he will. Like, don't try him. Just kidding.
No, oh my god. Okay, I'm a love maker. Okay.
Love not war. Right? Love not war. But
no, but it's just, you do feel safer. Like, I feel like the queer community, because they are kind of a marginalized group, they are very accepting and loving of anyone, as long as there's that love and respect that is shared with them. You know?
Yeah.
And same here. Like, I grew up in a religious household that was, I mean, I don't like to say it because the religion isn't technically homophobic, but because it is a traditional kind of style,
right?
In terms of like the family unit being a man and a woman and children, they definitely encourage the behavior that, you know, we don't hate gay people, but we don't endorse their lifestyle. But that does like perpetrate a lot of
kind of hate and fear about it, because a lot of families, I guess I knew when I was at the church, was very I guess fearful. Like, there was a lot of mothers and fathers talking about, what if my kid is gay or lesbian? Like, what do I do about that? And it's very, you know, shocking to me, because, you know, I would assume, granted, I was born at a later date, you can't, you know, bypass all the taught triggers and traumas for people, but I would have always thought that if your child was different, you would love them anyway. It doesn't matter, because that's your child. But a lot of people are very fearful of that, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, for a long time, like, I think I always felt this disconnect with my family, because I knew, like, I was different than them, for sure, and it was something that always, like, resonated with me. Like, honestly, like, to an extent, because of, like, the way I knew my mother felt about everything, like, I kind of knew that, like, I wasn't going to be in her life forever, and, like, that was kind of sad, but it was, like, a reality of mine, just, like, wow, like, unless something changes, like, I'm going to be on my own. And so really I kind of had this lone wolf mentality for a lot of my life, because it was like, I'm the black sheep of the family. I'm dealing with like this thing that according to my religion, is saying that it's something wrong with me. It's a sin that
Right.
I'm feeling this way.
Yeah.
So I really struggled with my identity, and honestly, I feel like I retracted a lot from my family, and in later years, I didn't even really talk to them. And, you know, it was funny because in those moments, that's when I actually started to explore my queer identity. And, like, one of the first shows I ever watched, which, I mean, obviously everyone has seen, but RuPaul's Drag Race.
I love RuPaul's Drag Race.
Literally, I remember, like, I was, like, going through, like, a Gaga phase, and, like, I was, like, exploring a lot of her repertoire. Repertoire. Yeah.
I think it's a good word,
so I was exploring it, and I remember she was a guest judge.
It was that season.
It was season 9.
Yes.
And they're like, oh shit, like, I remember, like, the whole little intro, like,
yeah, when
like,
she walked into the room, in the dressing room, and they're like, wow, she looks really good.
Yeah.
She looks almost identical to Lady Gaga. And
Yeah.
they're like, who is this, you know, person?
Uh-huh.
And she's like, hello. And they all were freaking out.
lost their shit.
Oh.
And so for me, like, I remember I was like, oh my god, I need to watch this first episode. And it was like, I started it at probably like midnight. Literally, girl, I stayed up because they were halfway through filming, or not filming, like, showing season 9.
Like releasing them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would literally stayed up till I think like 6:30 in the morning.
You watched
just
all
watching
of it. You
all of them.
binged
Like,
the whole thing.
and honestly, like, they would make callbacks to like other seasons, and
Yeah.
at a certain point, RuPaul does say that to one of the queens, Roxy Andrews, she says, you know, as gay people, we get to choose our family, and we get to like, we get to choose the people in our life, the people that we love and support. And I think that was the first moment that I realized, wow, like, even if things do go south with my family, like, I still have a family out there. And
Yeah.
I'll say, like, being a part of this community now and being out and proud for over 5 years, like, yeah, woo!
Yeah.
He likes dick. Woo! Yeah. But being a part of this community for 5 years, like, I do. Like, literally, there's people that, like, I know, like, they call me, like, Uncle Ethan, like, even though they don't have, like, kids yet, like, they're like,
that's so sweet.
they're like, you're gonna be, like, such a part of my life. And it's like, I have made, like, connections that I don't think I would have if I would have stayed. Like, because in the religion, as you're aware, like, for both of us coming from our religions, like, it's very much a community setting. And, like, there's, like, this is your community. Like, yeah, you have, like, kind of chosen family there too, but it's because you have that common interest of religion.
Right.
And kind of taking this away, like, there's just such a way bigger world. And I feel like the gay community really taught me how big that world can really be, and like like anything that's really limitless, like whatever you want to achieve, you can.
Yeah.
And you have the support of your friends and your loved ones and your family really behind you to do that.
That's amazing. That's a cool way to say. I will say I haven't gotten fully caught up with RuPaul's. I think season 9, I only watched half of that season, and I think that's as far as I got. So I definitely need to catch up because there's so many more seasons.
Girl, what a season! I'm like, what a season to miss.
I know, I'm the worst thing to get on this, but I don't know, I love it. Going back to the religion aspect, I find it funny because you're right, there is a community aspect with it. I guess at my church there was like certain families that were well known and were the ones you want to look up to and be friends with, but there were always like the outlier families. And unfortunately, it was because those families had children that, you know, had strayed away from the church or had, you know, kids that identified as, you know, gay, lesbian, however they want to identify as, because that's their, you know, decision and that's who they are. So, but, you know, in the church, people don't understand that. They think that it's the Satan's tempting them. Satan is the one making them feel this way, and they need to, you know, get back to the religion and get back to God because God doesn't give people these identities, I guess.
Yeah, and totally. Like, and I feel like a lot of the time when there is like a queer child, especially in these organized religions, the blame falls on the parents.
Right.
Like, what did you do?
Like, you didn't teach them well enough for them to
exactly.
stay straight, which is like such a bad thing to say.
Yeah.
Like, they don't accept that the child has the right to make this decision on their own. Like, they're
well,
their
and
own
not even
person.
just make it on their own. Like, it's courageous for anyone to accept their true identity. Because, like, honestly, like, just like you might like, I don't know, toast over anything else. Like, it's not something you choose. Like, or it's something that you, like, grow to accept and, like, acknowledge about yourself. Like, you're, not that I'm suggesting that toast and gayness is on the same caliber. It's a pretty drastic thing.
Comparison, but I totally get what you're saying.
But, like, you, just like you like something else, like, you maybe didn't know that you liked it until you experienced it or were kind of exposed to it. Yeah. And then you realize, holy shit, like, there's a whole world out there.
Yeah.
For that, you know?
I mean, and I will say, I do apologize. I still have a lot of religious upbringing, so, like, I'm really trying to, you know, be up to date and very respectful of those and their lifestyle, because this is who they are. You're right. And I feel that you're right. It's not a decision. This is who you are. So you kind of have to get to that point where you feel confident and comfortable to own up to it and to confess it to those around you. And I think that's such a terrifying but such a brave and strong thing to do. So for me, I haven't ever been in that boat, so it's very something for me. I'm still learning. And like I said, education is key. There's people out there that are fearful of it or are scared of it because they don't know anything different. But it's really important to keep an open mind and an open heart, because there's so much you can learn, like you said, from the lifestyles around you. Like, you've helped bring me into this community. I've met so many of your friends. I went to the Pride Festival and Parade that was in June, and it was awesome. I had so much fun, and it was just such a positive and amazing vibe I felt the entire time. So it's okay to be scared, but it's very, it's a wise decision to be more open and ask. Because I guess you can tell me better, but anytime I've asked Ethan about any of the questions I've had, he's been more than open and willing to share. Anything he's known or what he's learned, he's told me. Well, I mean, I think really you've really been a big help for me, because, like, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of, like, religious speech that has been taught to me, and so I thought only a certain way, and you've kind of, like, expanded the way I think.
Well, listen, like, it was an educational process for myself too, and even today, like, there's so many days, even as a gay man, that, like, I'm learning stuff every day. Right. And I think the biggest diss that you could do on someone is to fault them for trying to further themselves and, like, understanding something. Right. You know, I think it was really hard for me to grow up in a household that did perpetrate some homophobia. Yeah. And that was, like, really intense because, you know, like, just the rhetoric that was used on the daily, or when there was a queer person on even TV, like, you know, just some of the things that were said, like, it was kind of jarring and scarring, to be honest. And so I had to really grow as a person and, like, overcome a lot of that. And I remember it was even so much to a point where, like, when I did come out, I came out to the queer group at my high school. Wow. I was terrified. Yeah. Freaking out. Like, I was like,
that's very scary.
And I didn't even tell them that, like, I was gay. The way I did it is I was like, oh my God, Matt over there, isn't he so cute? And, like,
so did they pick up on that? Were they like, he's obviously gay? Was that, like, such a huge sign, or did they kind of give you the benefit of the doubt?
Well, for me, that was my way of, like, introducing it to them, and I was like, afterwards, they're like, oh yeah, I knew you were gay. Like, no big deal.
It's not a shocker here.
They're like, no, really?
What? This is news to
you
me.
Hang out with the queer group every day?
You say for the past 2 years you've just been like, hey, I want to be your friend? That's it.
So, but I think it was a lot of that kind of, like, religious hold that that religion does have on you, especially coming from, like, a Christianity religion that does lay out that this is one of the sins that you could do. So,
and that's a pretty big sin if I'm from my religion.
No, exactly.
Like a huge sin if you're that, like,
which is crazy, right? Because, like, sin should all be equal, right? Right. Yeah. Like, the person who drinks too much, or the person that blah blah blah, like, murders someone, or okay. Let me fix that a little bit. But what I'm trying to say is, like, what I'm trying to say is, it's just so funny that, like, you know, and my religion specifically, like, some people will do those things, and it sometimes feels like they're more forgiven than the people who choose to live this way, because that's what they feel. They feel it's a choice. Yeah,
so what you're saying is, like, some of the sins are unevenly serious.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. So the seriousness of these sins don't seem to be equal to what they actually are. I mean, I guess it definitely kind of... I get... This isn't supposed to go against anyone that's into religion. I'm totally okay with that. You're totally fine to have your own decisions. But I feel like, personally, religion kind of has an skewed view on, like, what's actually a sin versus what is okay.
Yes.
Because there's been people I've known in my church, or I guess not my church, my old church, are so judgmental and are so rude and aggressive towards other people, but that's not a sin. What a sin is, the person they're aggressive to may be, queer. And that's the sin. And that just doesn't make sense to me.
No, I think, you definitely struggle with that. Like, growing up in a religion, it's like, so you can hate me because I'm sinning, but you are therefore gonna sin, saying some shit to me? Like, wait, what? Like, that doesn't make sense. So
very kind of doesn't balance it out, that's for sure.
And it's crazy, though. Like, even, like, as a queer person, like, just even, like, the day-to-day life. Like, I know a lot of people aren't, like, fans of, like, PDA and stuff like that, but, like, it could literally be, like, a threat on your life to, like, hold your partner's hand, like, walking down the street sometimes. And it's like...
I kind of recall you telling me a story about that happening to you.
Yeah.
Is that right? Was that you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's been, like, multiple occurrences. Like, every boyfriend I've had, any, like, public display of affection, even just holding hands walking down the street. Not like we're making out or, like,
you're just holding
heavy
hands.
petting. Like, literally just holding
Very
hands.
Very normal for a couple.
I've been told, get a room, F slur, like, I've been told, like, nobody wants to see that out in public, how disgusting, like, there's comments that are made, and so, like, as a queer person, like, I feel like sometimes you sit with these decisions, especially coming from, like, a religious standpoint, like, am I almost willing to, like, put my life in jeopardy just to be who I am? And I hate that you even have to say that sometimes, like, I don't understand why we have to live in a world like this. Like, I mean,
I get where you're coming from. I've kind of have noticed that there are certain situations you're in or certain people you interact with that are just so, like, blatantly rude about your lifestyle choices. And I guess for me, I understand you can have your opinion. Like, everyone is entitled to that, and I'm not saying you shouldn't have an opinion. Like, you're more than welcome to have your own opinion. But when you start projecting your opinion on those and, like, trying to have them change their lifestyle, that's when it's a problem. Because it's not your life. Why are you so concerned? If it's not, directly affecting you, why are you so concerned? And I'm not saying, like, it's directly affecting me because I see you in front of my eyes. That's not affecting you. What's affecting you is if someone, you brought people over and they started having sex on your couch. Okay, that's directly affecting you. I'll give you, your space to say what you need to say. But it's just so unwanted when you, like, go out in public and tell these people your opinions on what you think they should do.
Totally.
Because that's not them. You're not them. So you don't know what they've experienced. You don't know what their lifestyle is. So why do you think you should have a say on what they do?
I agree, and I recently have moved, and the place I lived at before, it was really refreshing because, like, it was one of the first places I lived where, like, I felt like I could really be myself and that was accepted because there was a lot of members of the LGBTQI plus community.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
You got it. You did better than me. There you go.
No. But there was a lot of members there, and it was kind of crazy because, I would be experiencing something, even like a tumultuous, like, relationship or whatever, and they would understand. They'd be like, I get it. I've been there. Like, you deserve better. Like,
very supportive.
But they're supportive, like, regardless. Even, like, being at the pool, like, there was never any, like, issue. Like, if I was playing music even, like, it would be fine. Like, just whatever we were doing, it was always, like, I understand. Like, I'm gay as well. Like, you're loved, you're supported, and, like, you're just trying to figure out your life as a young adult.
Yeah.
But I will say, in this new community that I've lived in, like, yesterday we had an experience where we went to the pool, and okay, to be fair, the person
I need some context.
One of my friends, he came over and he had a giant speaker.
Oh.
And great, awesome, this is great, but I was like, oh fuck. I was like, we're gonna get yelled at today. Like it was just like one of those things you see it and you know what's gonna happen. Yeah. And so we go to the pool and we're the first ones there, so like we kind of had free reign. So we're just like chilling, we're having our music, like we have like a little bit of snacks on the side. And as the day goes on, because it's really hot here in New Mexico in the summer, more people start to show up, and we're chilling there, but we like try to keep ourselves a little bit isolated. Like we're not trying to like take up the whole pool. We're not going to be those people who are like, this is our pool, because like obviously
it's an open pool. People are welcome to join. Yeah, I agree.
So we're chilling, just having a good time. More people are coming. And like we have to make modifications because the music we were listening to was probably not age appropriate for everyone. So we try to play some more age appropriate music.
Yeah, because you're being respectful. And it wasn't like you were like blasting. Granted, you had a big speaker, but was it loud enough for everyone to hear?
Yeah. Like I am not condoning our behavior.
I'm trying to help you out. Just kidding.
No, we were in the wrong. We were in the wrong.
With the speaker, you were maybe playing it too loud. Okay.
Yeah. But throughout like our time there, like I was noticing more and more like the other people who had showed up at the pool later, they had some distance with us.
So they were avoiding you.
That's what it kind of felt like, to be honest with you. Like we were in like the deep end of the pool. We had like our floaties and everything, or not floaties, I guess. Tubes.
Your tubes, your floating devices.
The floating devices, flotation devices. Yeah.
Flotation.
But anyways, no, yeah. So. We were just chilling there and, you know, having food. It's not like we were getting crazy. We weren't like slamming shots or going crazy. But
you weren't playing shot pong? I'm just kidding.
Well, that was the move next.
Oh, second bite. I'm just kidding.
But no, so we're just chilling there and people are just like on the other side of the pool. Like there's like a rope that divides like the deep end from like the shallow end, and literally everyone, like the 10 people who were there besides us, were all in the shallow end. And I was like, okay, that's weird, whatever.
Wow, that is weird.
So we have one of the residents come and they tell us to turn down the music, or turn off the music, and that was fine. Honestly, I was like, yeah, I get it.
I deserve it.
Yeah, I was like, this bass is really loud, I get it. Like, I think we should turn it off too.
Oh, God.
But anyways, so chilling there afterwards, and so like the music's not there. I feel like the vibe, the whole energy of the situation kind of changed a little bit, so we decided to get out of the pool. And it was just like literally as soon as we got out of the pool, it was like a mass exodus. Like literally all those people spread out into our section.
You're kidding? Like as soon as you got out of the pool?
Literally as soon as we're getting out of the pool.
So it was blatantly obvious they were trying to avoid you guys.
Yeah.
So let me clarify. So this guy friend of yours, were you like into him? You kind of were like kissing a little bit?
I mean, like we shared like maybe like a couple of kisses. But
I guess what I'm trying to see is like, did they see anything that could have warranted like, oh, you may be gay?
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, it was very apparent that the three of us were all queer, right?
Okay.
Like, just because I feel like as queer people, a lot of us, we do like to show off our body.
Okay.
Or we do like to enjoy the scene that we're in. Like,
yeah.
So, you know, a lot of us, we do wear like pretty promiscuous clothes according to like popular society, right?
You got that body. You might as well flaunt it. Definitely a firm proponent of flaunt what you got, right?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
No, totally. Yeah, I agree. And so, I mean, like, we were just feeling good. We were feeling good about ourselves. And, like, but from an outsider, like, we had very traditional families that were there. And so seeing us, like, us in our kind of just natural habitat, just chilling by the pool, having a good time, I guess could be intimidating. And I'm not going to say that it was necessarily that it was homophobia or whatever.
Yeah.
But, I mean, because we were young adults who were blasting music.
Yeah.
So, like, there was that element of it for sure.
Okay.
But I will say, like, it was something that crossed my mind multiple times. Like, it was like, they definitely could be profiling us,
yeah.
or like they could be saying that the way they're behaving, how could they do that? Like, there's children here, like, you know, like
yes.
That's the type of things, like, you know, with any significant other, like, you share a little kiss, not a big deal at all,
right?
But I feel like it's almost like a political statement for somebody who's gay to do that.
I mean, yeah, and I totally get where you're coming from. I know a lot of us have these hunches about where you're at, what your environment is, how you're feeling people around you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had that hunch that they were like profiling you because you were, you know, queer, then and you had that multiple times. It wasn't just like once and like you just brushed it aside. It was something that you kind of thought.
Yeah.
There's a likelihood of that maybe being prevalent, or, you know, had enough presence to where you picked up on it subconsciously, and that's why you got that hunch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's difficult, I will say, because it's hard to identify what is actually being like targeted versus, you know, maybe just like people being uncomfortable.
Yes.
And
totally.
so I get you, you know, you want to be respectful. You don't want to try and force, you know, your lifestyle on other people. But at the same time, I don't see the problem with like kiss or two. Like, because you said, it's very normal for a straight couple to do that. So why can't, you know, two men kiss?
Yeah.
Two women kiss. Like, what's the problem there? I don't see an issue. So, I mean, that's an interesting story. I mean, I'm reminded of a story. Actually, I was with you and the guy you were with at the time, and we went to this bar, and it was kind of a Western themed bar. It was kind of a cute vibe, not gonna lie, but we had a drink or two, and there was no dancing, if I recall, when we first walked in.
Yeah.
Which I thought was very odd. And so, you know, us being very vibrant, extroverted individuals, we were very much, let's get this dancing going. And so if I remember, granted, I was a little, you know, drunk.
It's okay. I mean,
cheers to that! Woo!
But no, I remember, like, so when we first walked in, no dancing, right? Like, we got our drink, and, you know, they were playing some pretty good music, honestly. Like, it was kind of like EDM house music, and we were like...
It was a quiet vibe. There was no one on the floor. It was weird. I thought it was so weird.
It was very strange, and so, like, I felt like we were like, okay, you know what? We're gonna come into this space. Like, they hired a DJ for the night. Like, let's actually let this DJ, like, feel like he's, like, bringing some atmosphere.
DJ and music, bringing dancing to the floor.
So we went to the dance floor, and we were with... It was a group of 4 of us. It was me, you, my ex, and his friend.
Right.
And we were all dancing the same way. Like, you know, what was really crazy is, like, we were all dancing the same way. But when that bouncer came over, and he's like, hey, you guys, like, come out here real quick.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, what?
So, from my point of view, so, you know, I'm dancing. I'm a little drunk, but I'm having a good time. And Ethan's right. We kind of all were dancing very similarly. Like, there's a little bit of grinding going on. Maybe a little bit like, you know, drop to the floor, booty's hot. You know, it's dancing. You're not going to be like, let's do the, you know, Cupid shuffle over here.
Yeah.
That's not what he's playing. So I felt like we were very much dancing with how the music was going.
Just to preface a little bit more, like, when we actually went out to the dance floor, we got other patrons who actually went out to the dance floor with us. Like, by the time we had, like, what, like 10...
There was like at least
people?
15 people on the floor with us, which was pretty awesome because we were having a good time, and I think that definitely was evident with all the people that were there that we brought other people onto the floor. So that was cool. But, you know, I'm over here dancing, having a good time. I made a few friends with the people that joined us, and then all of a sudden, one of the friends I made while I was dancing with, she tapped me on the shoulder, and she was like, isn't that your party over there? And I look. And I see Ethan, his ex, and their other friend being kicked out by the bouncer. What I thought was odd, I get we were drunk, but we weren't, like, graphically drunk to the point where we were causing an issue or making a huge scene. But the fact that they blatantly pinpointed you 3 and didn't even bring me with you guys, which I thought was kind of like, what's going on here?
Well, I don't even think it was just that, because it was originally what had happened was... He pinpointed me and my ex. So he grabbed us.
It was just you two,
It was just us two. And then, so the other friend, she saw a little bit later on. Mm-hmm. And then she went and was like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
But it was because the way we were dancing in this, like, Western bar where you're supposed to be a man and you can't be dancing on another man. Like, they saw us dancing that way. They grabbed us and told us, you guys can't come back in. But they were fine with you two doing it.
That was what makes me so mad, because I felt terrible. I didn't catch it until someone told me. And then I was like, what's going on? But sure enough, I was like, ran over there. And I tried to talk to the bouncer and like, what's going on here? But I think he could tell I was kind of already drunk. So he was just like, you can leave with them. Yeah. Just go with them. And I was like, this is unfair and unjustified. Like... Trying every everything I could to make it known, but it definitely was blatant there.
And I think like that does talk to just masculinity too. Like I mean, especially as a gay man, like there's such a fragile masculinity attribute to that, where if you show any type of femininity, whether it come from dancing or even just like slay girl, like whatever, like literally anything that you do that is perceived as feminine, it could be uncomfortable, or it could be something that should not be
perceived for them. That's something that they don't want in their life.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just, it sucks. Like, but at the same time, like, there's so many good attributes to being gay. Like, I love it. Like, honestly, I feel like maybe at least even once a week I'll be like, I'm so happy I'm gay. And it's like, that's like for so many different things, because it opened up my mind. Like,
yeah. I agree. I mean, I guess I'm straight, so I can't agree on that fact, but I agree with being happy at where you are in your life is definitely the best place you could be at. Mm-hmm. Life throws trials and challenges your way, and I definitely feel that. Wow. I don't know if you heard that, but anyway, I feel that I've grown and learned so much just by being your friend, and I think it's so important that everyone has that ability to kind of add additional differences into your friend group or into your lifestyle, because that's something that really is important, is diversification.
Yes.
Wow,
no,
that was
I agree.
a big word. I threw that one out there, but it's very important because the world's constantly changing. There's constant change politically, socially, just everywhere it's constantly changing, and you have to be able to understand those around you and have, I guess, sympathy and be, what's the term? Very compassionate. Thank you. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. You have to be compassionate towards these people. Granted, I know maybe you don't want to see it if you have that perspective, but be compassionate. Is that something that's really affecting you? Is it going to make your day 10 times worse if you, by chance, happen to, like, briefly glance at it? It shouldn't, and if it does, I definitely recommend you talk to a therapist, okay? But,
and this episode is brought to you by therapy.com. Just kidding.
Self-help, okay?
Self-help, yeah, no. But, no, I think that's probably a good note to end it on. Just, like, just understand the world is bigger than you. It's bigger than you and me. It's bigger than New Mexico. It's bigger than the United States. Like,
and who knows? It's bigger than Earth. So I have to. I'm definitely one of those like extraterrestrial conspiracy theorists. But this place is a big place. There's so many people you're gonna meet and learn to, learn about their culture and get to know them, because honestly, you can't hide behind a rock your entire life.
Yeah. There's
so many things you're going to be involved in, things you want to do with your life. Even if you want to travel, you're going to be exposed to these things.
Yes.
So it's important that you keep an open mind and educate yourself. Like I said, it's okay to have your own opinions, but don't project that on those that go against it, especially if there's no reason for you to project that on that person.
Agreed. You never know until you walk a mile in someone else's shoes, you know?
Right.
So it's just, you got to be compassionate and loving for everyone. So kindness
is key. Love one another. That was cheesy, but anyway.
I said let's put it up on a frame. Let's
Kumbaya. I'm just kidding. Put it on a frame. You're right. We're gonna be selling shirts. I'm just kidding. But on another note, anything else you'd like to say, Ethan?
No, just I agree with a lot of the statement you just iterated. Like, love is key, and love is love in every capacity.
Love is love. I love that.
Yeah, you'll have to join us next week when we talk about...
I don't know what we'll talk about, but just know.
Just know it's coming.
It's coming,
going to be good.
And we're going to go off.
It's going off tonight, folks.
Anyway, we hope you all have a good rest of your day or night, depending on when you're listening to this.
Day, night, week, month.
Anyway,
how long it takes, yeah.
We love you, and we are grateful you're listening to us. So please meet back up with us next week.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
We go off.
We go off.